Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Offense set on first down. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Utes are in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense picking it off.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jess. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Utah! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Going for the return. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They go to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Trying to get to him. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Release to the back. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing into zone defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. While they're thrown a little bit late, as a result, it's an INT.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stevens. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Ripping through the defense. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he loses the football on the return. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn.
Special teams is such a momentum builder. A lot of times you see it change games, and it's so nice when you're a defense and you're about to go on the field. All of a sudden you get a fumble, and now you don't have to go on the field. Man, a great feeling. Hey, offense, you got this. Go take care of it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball. Intercepted. Gave it back to his offense.
Quarterbacks, it's not just about speed. Like, listen, man-to-man, you just come up, get your man, I got it, right? I run all over the field with him. But when you play zone coverages, I got to understand what it is. And I got to understand my assignment. I got to get deep in cover 3 zone. That's my third of the field. Quarterback does a really good job understanding zone principle, taking off, making the INT.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter.
Utah 10, Ohio State 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, they throw it to the fullback. Of course, he's not the most fleet of foot, and you could tell on that last play. Just wasn't able to shake anybody, and as a result, loss of yards.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make it.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step to...
And he's got it inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Makes his connection. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Throwing right. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back who's a fast athlete in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick of a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Floating away. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment, and just give up on the play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Utes.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Using the quick game. Runs through the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on 1st down. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick throw in this game.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it
fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going for the big play. Makes the grab on the left side. Oh, look out. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Utes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We've got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Nice quick throw there. It is so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. You can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a crease at Stevens. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Rides to the back. The Utes want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. The inside handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now improvising. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you've got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think it's really hard as a quarterback to know when to put touch on the ball and when to throw that thing as hard as you possibly can. And right there, I don't think he needed to throw it that hard. I think he could have softened that up a little bit because he had a chance to hit the guy deep for a big play.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in this sweet return there. The offense starts with a short field. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he's thrown another interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, give on the inside. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, Utah 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Billman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game on the left. Turns it on in midfield.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defenders. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Was to pass. Fires to the right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Oh, and he missed it. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires the pass, intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Motion from the offense. Trying play action. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over UTEP. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Coming after it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be knocked down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they... they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Utes line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And they'll just down it right there. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Going up top on 1st down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. He's going up top here late in the game. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. On the move. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Open runway ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Now on 1st down from the 30. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field.